Hello everybody, I'm Dawn Campbell, Sales and Marketing Director for the IAPC&M. And today I'm with the lovely visibility diva, Ruby McGuire, who also runs the Cappuccino Coaching Club, which sounds delightful, and is co-author of our first book, How to Keep Clients, or How to Win Clients, and more importantly, keep them. So welcome, Ruby.
Thank you, lovely to see you again.
And we'll just start with, how did you get to this point of being an accredited coach and a co-author of our first book, please?
So, accredited coach, my background is HR. So I was in HR for 11 years and finished my final role as head of HR. I hurt my back and I decided to do a little course because I needed intellectual stimulation. I was really bored being off work. And I did a little course, and then I thought, this isn't enough. I don't know whether I want to go back to work, because I was off about 18 months in the end with my back.
Wow.
I don't know to go back into HR. I want to do something more with people and get more involved with people.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to do the coaching qualification with Noble Manhattan. And then since then, I've gone on and done my accredited senior coach, etc. I'd set up my own business. I've been running my own business for about 6 years, which is called Rocky Fabulous Biz. And I started working with coaches. I started working a lot with coaches. I seem to attract a lot of coaches because I was just a few steps ahead. And then over time, I branded into visibility. So the book, I've always wanted to do writing. I did a book called Dial a Guru with you a few years ago. And that kind of inspired me to do more writing. And then the opportunity came along for me to get involved in helping other coaches and solopreneurs, etc., to work on how to win clients, because that's one of the biggest hurdles I think that comes up. We do all the coaching and you go out there and you expect your business just to happen straight away, but it just doesn't work like that. You then have to learn how to build a business, having just learned how to be a coach. Mm-hmm. So I spent many years working on that, and now my area of expertise, I suppose, is around visibility and getting your message out there, and specifically around mindset as well. So it's the business and the mindset elements.
Mm. And of course, nothing says that you're more visible or an expert than having a published book, which is the new calling card.
Yeah, definitely. And people find you because of that book.
Yeah.
And they want to know more about you, and it builds that credibility for you.
It does indeed. I mean, there are many reasons for writing a book, and there is a saying that whilst everybody has a book in them, for the many part, it should stay there. But last year, we all got together and wrote this co-authored book. So what were your reasons, Ruby, for contributing to how to win clients and keep them?
I think because I've worked with so many clients, hundreds of clients now, and the struggle is always the same. It's, I can't get the clients. It's very feast and famine. It's where I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm following all of the blueprints that people recommend, and it's still not working for me. And there is no blueprint. It is about finding your own, testing and experimenting and that kind of thing. And I thought it was an exciting venture anyway. It's been lovely working alongside the other authors. But I wanted to share things for people that haven't got access necessarily to working long-term with coaches and that kind of thing. And they want to figure out different ways that they can actually bring in clients into their business so that they can live out their passion, really. You do coaching because you're passionate about it, you want to help people. And then the business side kicks in and you're not getting the clients. And then it's this pull between, well, do I go back and get a second job or, and run it alongside my business? Do I just give it all up and just do it in my weekends? And it's that frustration, and I wanted to find a way to help people that can't necessarily go out and spend, as I said, high end, but they really need that support to hang in there and know that if they keep doing the right things and follow a few simple strategies, they can then start to bring in those clients and keep them.
Yeah, well said. So what about the challenges? Because it's a big discipline, taking on writing a book, even a co-authored book. What were some of the challenges and inner work and self-learnings that you went through during that process, I wonder?
So I think it was interesting because you get feedback from people, and as you do your writing, you think, well, I think I've done an okay job actually. And then you send it out there and you get feedback and think, oh, okay, well, I haven't looked at it from that perspective. You have different people view things in different ways. So one of the things was one of the co-authors fed back that it's about, how they would say things literally. So when I was writing something, there was a different perspective. Would you literally think in that way? So that got me changing how I thought through that whole process. Okay, so could this be misinterpreted? Am I actually making sense with what I'm saying? And some of the things that we assume, it's the assumptions that you make as a writer that people will understand what you mean. And you have to explain in a little bit more detail, because not everyone does, whether that's through language or cultural barriers, or just that you have your own quirky way of saying things, which is usually me. I'm the one with the quirky things, and I have to explain what I mean by the quirky things that I say.
Do you like to make up words?
I like to make up words. Yeah, I like fun. I like to have fun with my business. Absolutely. And you notice the words that you say too much. So you start to get, it actually really improves your writing skills, because you have to throw, like, who was it said? Was it Hemingway who said about killing your darlings? You have to kill some of your darlings, and know that even though some of this feedback comes back to you, it's actually to help you become a better writer.
Yeah, it's not personal.
Feedback's valuable. And then I think the next bit of it is when you look at the marketing list of all the things that you can do to market your book, like, well, okay, just one step at a time. What can I do today to market this book?
Yeah, because somebody said writing a book is the easy part. The marketing it, getting it out there, is where the hard work really starts. That can be a bit overwhelming, can't it?
It can, and I think what I've done, which I found really useful, is saying, right, okay, so this week I can do all of these particular things, and I've broken them down. Right, today I'm going to do this, tomorrow I'm going to do that, and that really helps.
Yeah.
Just breaking it down, like you do when you write the book in the first place, really, breaking it down into different sections.
Yeah. So coaching yourself through the process as well.
Basically, yeah.
So what are some of, just pick 2 or 3 golden nuggets that listeners can anticipate when they buy your book and read your chapter?
So golden nuggets. I think one of them is the fear strategy that I share, because that is really powerful. It seems a really simple exercise, but it's a really powerful way to shine the light on some of your fears and to work your way through them. I think the second one is around the discovery call. So it really breaks down the conversation that you can have with a client. Saying that, is that the best one? Maybe the other one's the best one. So maybe the strategy of, let me do that. Do one, cancel that one. There's a strategy that I share in there of a business model. And what happens is a lot of people go out there straight away and they go and market, and they think, well, I'm going to market my business. And they're trying to sell what coaching is, or what their service is. What they need to be selling is the actual thing that people want. So they want to fix this particular problem. And I share a 5-step model in the book, which works through each of the different areas. So rather than jumping in at step 5, where it's going out and being visible and marketing and everything else, you spent time digging deeper into the fundamentals that you need to have in place before you do that. So that would be the second one. I think the third one is one of my really fun things to do, and that's about giving back through your business, because we by the nature of what we do, we want to be of service to people and to support people, but we're running a business as well, so we want to be able to earn some money from that. It's not just a hobby. We don't want it to be an expensive hobby. And I talk about a thing that I run called Mission 100, which is giving back to the homeless through my business. And it's a really lovely way, as you start to build your client base, of you being able to give back in one form or another. So I would say they're the 3 things: the fear strategy, getting that business model, those foundations right before you go out and just market everywhere. And then the third bit is about how you can give back through your business.
And that's a big part of your future work, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So Ruby, how can people make contact with you if they want to buy the book, find out more about you, hire you as a coach, go on one of your workshops? Where was the best place to find you?
Okay, I would say my website, www.rubymcguire.com. That's CGUIRE, not MAC. And you can find me on Facebook because I'm visibility. You can find me most places really on social media. And I would say start with rubymcguire.com, and I spend a lot of time on Facebook and Pinterest. They're my main ones, although I'm going to start adding a lot more onto LinkedIn soon too. But I'm over there quite regularly too.
And of course, you're on the IAPC&M directory as well. Of course. Okay. Lovely. Thank you very much for meeting you. I'm sure we'll meet again, and we look forward to reading more of your chapter in due course.
Brilliant.
Thank you,
Dawn. Lovely.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.